Hello everybody, and welcome to another all-new episode of BrickFeed. This week, it's episode 145, and we're talking about LEGO Lord of the Rings and Star Wars. I'm your host, Sokoda.
I'm Starbreaker.
I'm Leo.
And I'm Josh.
And welcome. How's everyone doing today? How's it sounding? I think there was a bit of a double intro music. That was up to me, sorry.
I couldn't hear it.
Yeah, only the people watching on YouTube could hear it.
Oh man. Hi YouTube, how you doing? I'm doing okay. I've got a little bit of a project that I'm working on underway. I posted about part 1 of it on Twitter a bit ago, and I'll have some news for that hopefully soon here, but it's about the brick built Toa mocks that I've been working on.
Yeah, those turned out so cool.
Yeah, I love them.
I'm glad you guys like them. They're pretty well received so far. I'm hopefully going to have instructions videos for them ready to go by like the end of this weekend, but yeah, that's been a process, as well as part 2 of the project. I've got a big old tray of parts behind me right now that's got everything color coded for the next wave, so to speak.
Well, that's exciting then. A little bit of a
Heck
teaser here on BrickFeed.
Mm-hmm.
You heard it here first, folks.
Are you just gonna are you gonna turn into me and make a bunch of like custom characters, but brick built instead of minifigures?
You know, give it a tentative maybe.
How's everyone else doing? Did everyone build their Tahoe and their sets they ordered with their Tahoe?
I don't have one yet. My friend is sending to me it soon.
Oh,
I built
okay.
the Tahoe, but I didn't build the set that came with the Tahoe.
I did get a random set because I went to the mall, the Lego store in the mall.
What did you get?
And got the slushy van because it was funny.
Oh, the
I
Lego
really
City one?
Yeah, and
Nice.
I met a cool guy, a cool employee there named Eric, and he was nice to talk to. So if you're listening, man, cool. Now keep that in mind. If you're not, oh well. But yeah, no, the penguin van is funny. I bought it also because I have the Monkey Kid food truck. I just want to put it next to that at some point. Yeah, and I want to put it next to that at some point.
I think it's like
Cool.
a monster compared to any city food.
Oh no,
truck.
I know. That's why it's funny. That's why I bought it. I'm like, this is gonna be a funny contrast.
I built
Yeah.
the Jay's Titan mech.
Nice.
I've actually got half of that next to me right now. I'm in the middle of working on that.
Nice. It's a really cool set. I like it
It's
a lot.
really solid. Yeah.
Yeah.
I bought the Monkey Kid hideout, and now I have like all the figures in their like past self outfits.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's really cool. So I just have them all kind of lined up right now with all their weapons or their
Sweet.
staffs and stuff.
Did you build the set already?
Yeah, I built that one.
Nice. What'd you think about it?
It's pretty cool. I have it displayed on one of my shelves. I don't have the city, so I can't take advantage of the modular system, but
Yeah.
too much. But it's pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
So everyone's been busy building Lego, at
Some
least to some
capacity,
extent.
As it should be.
Yes.
All
Yeah.
is well.
Good times all around.
The Lego channel. That's what we
Yeah.
should be doing. What else could we be doing? Watching Chima or something?
Oh, man.
You could be like me
Sorry.
and not watch it.
I mean, I think watching Chima's fun. I had
It's
a lot
fun.
of fun.
It's fun, but it's cursed.
It is a experience. That's for sure.
I think we should segue into our first
Yeah.
set of the day now.
Heck
You know
yeah,
what's
let's-
also an experience? Building the new set number 10316, the Lord of the Rings Rivendell, which is
Man.
Now,
Hey,
how would
they
you
just
know about the
announced
experience
this-
of building this?
a good question. I mean, I didn't say what kind of experience it is, but I'm
Yeah.
sure it is an experience.
Well, fair enough.
One experience is losing $500.
Yeah, which goes for $500 or euros for 6,167 pieces, and comes out March 5th.
Look,
This
you're
was like the
losing
big
$500.
reveal this
You're losing
week.
$500, but you're gaining a masterpiece.
It's 429 pounds, right?
Yes.
That's surprising. Wait up.
I mean, a pound is still like worth more.
Is it still worth
than-
more?
Yeah. Euro and
Wait.
dollar are pretty similar right now, but I think
Okay.
pound is still more. Yeah.
See, I don't take any issue with this set existing. I take issue with the fact that it's releasing in a time of year where, like, for those of you working retail, you'll probably know what I'm talking about, or even just like anything borderline commercial. Hours and wages usually dip a little bit following the holiday boom. People are usually trying to scrounge up what they can, and by the time spring rolls around, things are kind of normal again. But in that in-between time period, money's a little tight. And so naturally, Lego says, what if, you know, all these millennials trying to save up to put a down payment on the house, and Lego's like, and I took that personally.
I mean,
So-
I'm sure. I assume this will be like available for quite a while.
No, it's gonna be
I'm
available
I'm
for a while.
sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure it would be
Mhm.
very foolish not to have it be available for an extended period of time, given how much it costs. But
Yeah.
it is definitely an investment, and it is something that I would personally not buy all at once. So, like, order online, do the pay over time, kind of something like that. But
Yeah.
man, oh man, this came out of left field.
Yeah, I mean there were rumors
There were
about
rumors,
this
yeah.
happening. I was still
Yeah.
like, did the rumors feature how expensive it is going to be, or like how big?
I don't believe so.
I knew it
Because-
was gonna be like pretty. I think they said it was gonna be like a direct to consumer.
Yeah, they
Mhm.
said it's gonna be direct to consumer. I personally like didn't expect it to be like that big
Yeah.
of a set. Maybe I
Mhm.
didn't hear
Mm.
all the rumors, but I didn't think like, I don't know. This is like UCS price range for like similar to the Millennium Falcon or the Razor Crest or stuff like that.
Yeah.
And they haven't really done that much outside of Star Wars, like in that kind of scale.
Mhm.
They did like the Eiffel Tower and Colosseum.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Now some Marvel stuff with the Hulkbuster.
Yeah,
But they're definitely, like,
that's
Branching
This
out.
this is still cheaper than the Hulkbuster.
I gotta
Yeah.
wonder if this has anything to do with the recent Rings of Power series.
I'm
that was
sure
I
it
don't
does.
believe.
I'm sure
I
it
don't.
does.
It'd be
I don't-
interesting if they actually made Lego sets for those, but they're just like preemptively doing like what they did with Avatar, where they're going through Lord of the Rings and such first. I know they
But
already
it-
did it a while back.
It's separate continuities, and this is very heavily inspired by the films from.
I mean, this
I
is
can
definitely
tell.
inspired by the films, but I think
Yeah.
there's like
I mean,
just a general push going on for Lord of the Rings right now, I guess, with the Rings of
Yeah.
Powers. I think they're working on another movie or something too, right?
They're
there's
working
something in the works.
on. They're working on the next seasons of Rings of Power
there-
because
I
it
think
is
there's
a
something
prequel.
else.
There's something else, and there's
There is
also
something
the.
else?
Isn't there
it's a
Gollum
prequel to
game?
the movies. It's taking place with events from the expanded lore of the Tolkien universe, just with revised timelines so that it fits TV cinema better.
Yeah. So I think, yeah, it's just like generally, I think the Lord of the Rings gets a little more attention again currently.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And I mean, it's smart
fine
to
with it.
use something like from the movies, from the original movies, which is like probably the most beloved
It's iconic.
media,
Yeah.
most iconic visuals for a big set like this. So I completely understand what they did.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I kind of half hope that like, and I say half hope because my wallet will hate me for saying this, but I really hope that like this is the set for Fellowship of the Ring. If they make two other sets for the other two movies, that are like a big location, so like Two Towers would be Helm's Deep is what I would think, because
Mhm.
they already did the Tower of Orthanc, and then the Return of the King would be like Minas Tirith or something. Like that would be crazy, and I would love it, but I would also hate it at the same time.
Yeah, I hesitate to say that I'll be picking up this set personally, just because it is such a huge investment, and given that I haven't even bought I haven't even considered buying anything like the Hulkbuster or the Millennium Falcon, and this is something that is very similarly priced.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know. As much as I love the Lord of the Rings, and it was such a huge part of like my childhood, I just don't know.
It's
Yeah.
one of those things that, you know, Lego does have things out of people's price ranges. I think the furthest I'd be willing to pay is like the Daily Bugle, which I did pick up, but I don't think I'd pay for something again at that price. It's just a little too much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was about to say, like, I'm a super huge Spider-Man fan,
Mhm.
way more so than I am Lord of the Rings, and I didn't even get the Bugle. So
Yeah.
I mean, I like this set is massive. I'll not get it. Like I like I'm not that massive of a Lord of the Rings fan myself. Like it is not really something I grew up with a lot or anything. But I can appreciate like the building techniques and stuff
No,
in the set, which
I
are
agree.
like outstanding. There's a bunch of cool new pieces, like the little fern plant pieces. There's like a weapons pack for the characters.
yeah,
It's super interesting building techniques. I'm always, for example, like the chairs that the characters sit on
Mhm.
are built like
The
with
popsicles,
sausages and
yeah.
popsicles. I'm always a fan
Yeah.
of like creative ways of using like food pieces
And I love how,
minifigure
like, most of them-
accessories.
Yeah, I like how most of them who like can't sit down, they have a brick
Mhm.
built way of having them sit down. It's really
Yeah.
cool.
What I will say though is like the set looks spectacular. It's 6,167 pieces and $500, which like you go by usual price per piece is pretty good. I personally think this is overpriced though. Because just like
Yeah.
looking at the size of it, and if I compare it to other sets for that price, I think like the piece count is inflated because of the roof. Like it's so many 1x1 tiles and like small
Mhm.
pieces.
Mhm.
I don't think you get like the mass of Lego, I guess you would get
Normally.
with other pieces.
Yeah.
With other sets of that price.
Yeah, I'm thinking like Ninjago City Docks, for example.
Exactly. Yeah, Ninjago City Gardens has like I think 5,600 pieces, right? Something like that.
Something.
And it's $300.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I mean that's non-licensed and stuff. And
Yeah,
350 now after the
licensing
price
tax
increase.
for this, but...
It's 5,600 pieces, yeah, 6,086. But I'm sure, like, if you're a Lord of the Rings fan, I think the building process for this is great. If it's all about the build for you, I always say like price per piece is a good measurement for like build time.
Yeah.
So I think in that regard, it's fair. I just think like from the volume or mass of stuff, it's a lot less than like other UCS sets.
Yeah.
It kind of also technically comes with like 21 minifigures. I think it's like 6 statues plus like the rest
Yeah.
of the.
I have a picture. Where is it?
Which I love the minifigures. I love that you get the entire fellowship plus like, other characters.
I really
Yeah.
love the statues. I think that's
the statues are cool
really
too.
cool.
Yeah.
The way they did the printing and stuff, it's really well done and looks great.
I love that Bilbo has like the scary face, the famous the famous face.
The jump scare.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're a Lord of the Rings fan and this scene or scenes within this location are definitely like close to your heart as something that you feel is iconic to the franchise, if you just are an absolute Rivendell super fan, I just looking at this, I can tell from the crazy cool building techniques to all the little bits of details from the statues to the chairs where they meet up and discuss what they're going to do with the ring, the canopy and gazebo, the trees, the tiling on everything. Just it's so immaculately detailed that definitely going to be a fantastic building experience. I personally wish that I had the financial ability to pick this up. So if you have the ability to do so and you are a Lord of the Rings fan, I will recommend it, even not owning it, because I can tell just by looking at this thing, you will enjoy it. There's no if and or but around it. You will enjoy it. If I manage to like magically receive
win
one
the
of
lottery.
I would probably buy this in a heartbeat, but unless this is gifted to me, I don't see myself in a financial position to grab this anytime soon, sadly.
On the Lego shop page, it's has a little article at the bottom, the top 10 biggest Lego sets ever, and this is like right below the AT-AT and above the Hogwarts Castle.
Oh,
So
okay.
It's above Hogwarts Castle. Wow, that's
it's number 7 on the list.
Interesting. Yeah. Well, I also think I just wanted to bring this up. I'll put a picture in the stream. Post it here too. If you compare it to the last rendition of Rivendell we got, it's such a wild, wild how different they are. But I think it's kind of funny.
The set I went versus the set I can afford.
Yeah.
I do wish, and we don't know anything, I think, but I do wish they would make some smaller Lord of the Rings sets too, like play sets style, because I don't know. I think more people could afford them.
Yeah.
That was my biggest complaint when they were doing the Hobbit sets. Actually, was so many of them were just really large scale sets at the time. At least compared to what my broke boy budget could afford. They really go for broke on a lot of these designs, and while I love the artistic liberty that is able to come from doing that, I also agree that I wish that there were just like character packs or battle packs.
Yeah,
right. Especially since there's a lot of characters in Lord of the Rings, and
There's so many characters.
it would be nice to have them all.
Yeah. Is what it is, though, you know.
Yeah. But
I don't know. This is either going to be a not buy just because it's so expensive, or like later on down the line, if it ever retires, I'm going to be like, all right, it's either now or
never.
spend have to spend $1,000 on it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I love the set.
It looks fantastic. It's also like very. We don't have any other set like this, and that's also something I always like. Like we have a lot of big Star Wars gray spaceships, but we don't have anything like this in that price range, I guess.
What about the Mos Eisley?
Yeah, I mean it's a very different kind of building, right?
Yeah,
yeah,
true. But it's still like.
But yeah, it's right.
Something like that.
Yeah,
it's the closest you'll get.
Oh yeah. Do you want to move on, or is there anything else you want to say about Rivendell?
Nah, it's not for me.
That's enough, yeah.
Yeah, I've spoken my piece.
Good, but big. We have 3 other Lord of the Rings sets, and all of them are brickheads. I don't think we're gonna talk too much about those, but we can bring them up. We have set number 40630 Frodo and Gollum for $14.99 for 184 pieces. Yeah.
I've seen a few people complain about the set, and I agree with them. Gollum is the same height as Bilbo, just hunched over. Frodo. And Frodo has a very receding hairline.
Yeah. For me, like, I've seen a lot of people complain about Gollum. I think Gollum's fine.
It's just that it's weird because like they have him like in the small scale, like here, like how they did with Grogu, like in Mando.
But I kind of get that.
But also like it doesn't match in the scale because he
he is a hobbit.
Gollum is he's the same. He should be the same height as Frodo.
But I think like Frodo's hair is more of a problem for me.
It's
he
way
doesn't
too
look like
distracting.
Frodo.
I would say either make Gollum the same height as Frodo, or make Frodo the same height as Gollum. Like make him like
interesting. Yeah, that could
especially
work.
since he's like the other sets we're gonna see in a bit are like human characters, and so if you're putting Frodo against like Aragorn, then it's
not like half of them are human characters.
I mean, yeah, fair enough.
Gandalf also is a human. One of them is a human.
Yeah, one of them is like half human.
I guess like I don't know. I'm looking at Frodo here, and I'm like, okay, they spent so much time trying to figure out how to do the cape that they ran out of time. We're like, crap, what am I gonna do for the hair? There we go.
I mean, Gollum is fine, but he also just is very plain because
But I mean, what you gonna do?
He's exactly it's like
he's just like
they could have done. Well, they could have done a different character as well.
Naked baby.
But I mean, I get Gollum though. You want to?
I mean, look, you could have done Sam.
You could have done Sam. I feel
but
like.
But who cares about Sam? Come on.
Oh, hold on now. Those are fighting words. Those are fighting words, Sokoda.
I think Gollum's more iconic. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna.
You see, what they really should have done is for one of like an alternate piece build, they should have had like one of Frodo's hand pieces be red, so you can recreate the scene where Gollum bites off Frodo's fingers.
You know where that piece on Bricklink. You'll be fine.
Just replace the piece.
Yeah, just replace the piece. Is there? No, it does come with the ring. You can see it in his other hand. I was about to say, does it come with the ring? Yeah, you can see it on his other hand there.
Yeah,
but yeah,
I would have rather had Sam than Gollum.
I would have rather they spent more time on Frodo's hair.
Yeah, same. Do we move on to the next one?
I think we should move on.
Yeah, we can move on.
Next one is number 40631, Gandalf the Grey and Balrog for 1999.
I'm buying this.
348 pieces.
The Balrog looks
really
funny.
So cool. It looks so goofy.
The Balrog looks so goofy, but so funny, and I love him. He is perfect, and I will be buying this.
I would have talk about weird choices. I think the Balrog is a weird choice.
It's a really weird choice.
I mean, it's an iconic duo, though. Everyone knows, run, you fools. You know, like
yeah.
Like for
everyone
all
knows that.
For all my Sam slander, I think Sam would have been a better choice than the Balrog.
No,
not for this.
No, a more iconic choice for this would have been Gandalf and Pippin.
I don't know.
Nah, I think so.
I could have seen them doing Gandalf and Saruman.
That's also true.
Yeah, that would be cool. I mean, I get the pairings they did.
Or even what's his name from the he was the brown wizard from the Hobbit movies. Was his name like Wicked or not Wicked? That's
Whoa, I don't remember his name.
Let's see. Hobbit brown wizard.
Oh, Radagast.
Radagast.
Yeah,
there we go. Yeah, they could have done Radagast or or one or the other.
Yeah, but he's from the Hobbit, and people don't like the Hobbit.
Oh well.
I think Saruman would have been like the proper choice.
Yeah.
I think that's probably.
And then you can have an alt build for
Sauron.
combining their.
Sauron would have been cool.
Sauron would have been interesting to see in this because he would have also looked goofy.
He would have just been an eye. He would
cool.
he wouldn't even have like the tower. It would just be the eye. Man.
Every time I look at the Balrog, I just think he's like one solid brick and doesn't have legs because it keeps tricking me whenever I look at it.
It's so great.
The Balrog looks so funny.
I love the face. They did such a good job with like putting the face into brickhead style.
I love him so much. It's so funny.
He's dumb and I love him.
I'm surprised it's not a $25 bundle. It's only 20.
It's true.
too,
It has
given, like-
348 pieces.
It's very above the price per part ratio. Of
Yeah.
normal
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Especially for a licensed set, that's kind of crazy, actually.
I mean, brickheads usually like they use a lot of like standard pieces.
True. I mean, yeah,
But- But I mean, that's
the
still
Balrog.
like compared to other brickheads, the Balrog definitely has a lot more pieces to it than like
Also,
a
I
regular
don't-
brickhead would have.
Aside
Yeah.
from the eyes, I don't think there are any specialized printed parts here.
No.
you are correct.
Oh, yeah.
Man,
We have one
what
more.
a funny looking fella. That's all I can-
We have one more brickhead pairing, which is Aragon and Arwen, set number 40632 for 1999, 261 pieces. This one has really nice
this
printed
one's-
pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
I
I like
the crown a lot.
Yeah, I really like Aragorn. They did a good job on him. They actually put time and effort into the hair, unlike Frodo.
Well, it's easier to mask the
Um,
hairline with the crown bit he has.
Yeah.
I think it would be a similar issue had they not done that.
Yeah.
Arwen looks a little plain, but like I also
Yeah.
like the headdress like print
Yeah.
on her.
The print
That
is
was cool.
nice, and the way they built like the headband for both of them
Now-
is pretty cool.
Now wait a minute. They use a print on that on her head to like continue her hairline.
Yeah.
with Frodo.
Oh,
Could have done that
wow.
for Frodo. That's true.
Wow. I mean, for Frodo, they wouldn't have even needed to. They could have just replaced the 2x4 with two 1x4s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a bizarre choice. Oh well. This one is all right, even if, yeah, Arwen is plain, but
I mean, yeah, it's still
It looks-
recognizable.
it looks good.
Yeah. All right, that's it for Lord of the Rings for now, which is kind of like a bit weird that we only get like brickheads and
I-
one big
wish we got-
direct consumer set.
I wish we
Yeah.
got a Gimli and Legolas pairing.
I would have liked Gimli. Yeah.
Gimli and
Yeah, Gimli and Legolas would be a great brickheads 2-pack. I mean, maybe they'll do more. I could see it.
Merry and
They probably
Pippin.
will.
I mean,
Merry and Pippin, yeah.
Boromir's
Yeah.
not here either. I just realized they didn't do
Boromir
Boromir.
and Faramir.
Yeah,
I haven't
There's
seen
a
them in
lot they
while, or-
could do.
Yeah.
they got potential.
In the future, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh man. Theoden, Eomer, Eowyn, all them. Man, there's a lot of stuff.
Grima.
Yeah. Could have done Grima and Saruman.
Grima and Saruman would have been a good one.
I mean,
think-
I'm sure if they go well, I could see them do more Lord of the Rings
I agree.
brickheads.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But we'll have to wait and see. I think they definitely chose some of the most iconic characters and the Balrog.
The Balrog is
See-
great.
Seeing this, if they ever do, Grima is Saruman's like minion. If they ever do like actual sets that aren't like direct to consumer sets, I would love to see like a brick built, like an actual like minifigure scale brick built Balrog.
Yes, that would be great.
It would be
I would
cool, but they
kinda-
could also just throw in the brickhead and that'd be funnier.
Yeah.
That would be so funny.
Oh man,
We're not
that would
trying
be
again.
amazing.
It is technically like almost minifigure scale with the Gandalf.
They have one in
Oh,
the Lord
yeah.
of the Rings video game. A
Yeah.
Balrog.
Is it brick
But
built?
they never like. I mean, it's just a game, of course, so it wasn't a set. But yeah.
Yeah.
Can I find a picture?
I'm surprised they never did that when they did Lord of the Rings set.
Yeah.
That is immensely surprising, actually, given how iconic the Balrog is.
Mm-hmm. They could have done like that entire scene, just like a little bridge with the Balrog Gandalf.
Yeah.
Post in the Patreon chat.
That would be like not making like Smog almost.
Yeah.
Which
Dude, that's pretty cool.
the Smog Lego set, if you want to get that now, it's so expensive.
Really?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, everyone wanted those wing pieces and it just drove up the price on that.
Yeah.
I'm jealous of the people that have it. Oh yeah,
That's pretty cool. I like that build.
Yeah.
What I can see of it.
Yeah.
It's pretty solid.
Yeah. I think a Balrog Lego set, that's definitely something they should do. I mean,
I'm surprised we never got Minas Tirith too, or like
Oh, for sure.
But there's so many sets that I want them to make.
I mean, people were very sad when Lord of the Rings Lego ended. So now that it's kind of back, I think a lot of people are very hopeful we'll get more sets.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll have to wait and see if this is like a one-off thing.
They just did the Monkey Kid like elephant set. They could do that like almost the same build with the
yeah.
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 Yeah, not much parts replacement for that, to be honest. Like,
yeah,
it even comes with a lot of those like bone pieces too. So
just looking at the price of Smog himself on Bricklink, and this is ridiculous.
How much is he?
It's like ranging from like a complete one is $225 just for the dragon.
Wow.
At that point, I would literally just find the wings if they're available anywhere and piece out the rest of him.
Wait, no, he's like all custom pieces.
Yeah.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't seen him in forever. Hold on, let me pull.
If you want a sealed set, it's $404 from Denmark.
Oh, that's
minimum
so epic.
$14.
Allow me to just.
Yeah. So Smaug has the wings.
Oh no, he is.
The legs, the torso, neck.
Yeah.
And the head are like all custom pieces.
Yeah. God. No, I don't know why my brain thought he was brick built. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Oh, imagine another like a Smaug set, but in the same like kind of style as the Hungarian Horntail set.
That would be cool.
It's like a kind of like a kinetic statue.
Kinetic sculpture.
Yeah.
They are. That would be nice. I mean, there's so much they could do. I'm sure they're gonna stick with more like iconic stuff for now, if there's even gonna be more. But
yeah.
Well, you heard it here first. Lego, make more.
Yeah, I think
within our price range.
Each wing is $50.
No.
What?
Each wing. Yep. Have fun.
In the world?
Dude, this is awful. Oh my gosh, this is
here
painful.
on Keep the Peace. We are now accepting generous donation.
This is really painful.
Oh,
speaking of,
goodness!
If you want to support Keep the Peace, you can support us on Patreon.com/the TTV channel.
Yes.
You can also follow us on Twitter, on twitter.com at the TTV channel for updates. And we also have the TTV message boards where you can talk all things Lego at boards.ttvchannel.com. Perfect ad segue, right?
Perfect.
It's perfect. We should move on to the next set as well and segue into that.
Yeah, because that's in a way also a very good segue, because we have one more brickhead, but it's not the rings, and it's going to lead us into our second topic for today. It's set number 40615, the Tuscan Raider, for $9.99, 152 pieces.
I love this set. It looks really good.
It's really good. I think it's
very solid.
I personally think this is one of the best brickheads they've done.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I will not be picking this up personally, just because I do not have an attachment to the Tuscan Raiders. But it is very well designed.
Yeah,
I may pick it up, but I also want a Boba Fett, and I don't have one.
Yeah,
because I missed out on that one.
Did they make a Boba Fett?
They did a while ago, and I missed out on it.
Actually, they did one that was Comic-Con exclusive.
Yeah,
and then they did another one, but they have not yet done like a Mandalorian Book of Boba Fett version, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, at least he's available individually. I don't have to buy a 4-pack to get the one brickhead I want. I'm not referencing anything with that.
No.
Not at all. But I am very impressed by the build. They really captured it really well. Comparing it to the just Frodo, he's funny. It's like the detail on this one brickhead is impressive, and it's a lot of just really clever part usage,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and I love it. May I pick it up? Maybe. I don't know. I'll see.
It benefits greatly from having a mask on its face too,
I
rather
mean, yeah.
than
Yeah.
You know, that it
just
is true.
a flat face.
I think that's a benefit to a lot of things in this type of style is helmets kind of help mask the weird
It
ratio of their
depends.
face.
Sometimes when you did like stormtroopers or stuff
Yeah.
in brickhead's form, it looked very weird.
I agree. Sometimes, yes.
And I
Mhm.
mean, the faces, I think, like as long as they stick to the stylization of brickheads, it works. So it can be a benefit, it can be a detriment. It depends on the specific design.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Yeah. All right. And that's gonna lead us. I mean, you just mentioned Boba Fett. We have another
Exactly.
set with Boba Fett, which is set number 75344. Boba Fett Starship Microfighter goes for $9.99, 85 pieces.
I will probably pick this up because I have one of the old now Boba Fett Starship is the name. I almost said the old name.
I mean, the name
I
is
have-
still
It's still the same,
used.
technically. Used. But yeah, no, I have the old one, and I kind of want to pick this up for the new Boba Fett figure. But I could also just pick up that the Mandalorian one that came out a couple.
Yeah, that one was really cool. I liked
yeah.
that one because the scale was like kind of in between
Yeah.
minifigure scale and micro,
Mhm.
but I didn't pick it up. But
This
I
is a
like
good
that one
option to
lot.
get him. It's a good option and a good way to get the Boba Fett minifigure for cheap if you really want it. But
Not just the Boba Fett minifigure, but the Mandalorian too, in his full Beskar armor.
Yeah.
Because
The
most of
main-
his sets, he's in his like early episode kind of.
Well, I mean, the
cobbled
first
together armor.
the first set that he
Yeah.
came in with his Beskar armor was the Trouble on Tatooine, which is only $30. So,
yeah.
or it was 20 or
And
$30.
he's all. I got
Yeah.
him in the like the Mandalorian Forge set.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
one.
I still want to get that one.
Yeah.
My only complaint with the Boba Fett minifigure in general is the helmet color.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
They need to update
They need
that.
to go to dark green for that. Yeah,
It's
the
like,
jetpack
I get
too,
it.
right?
Yeah, it's a jetpack as well. It's like, okay, I get it that they want to just keep the same color because obviously they can use it for both, original trilogy and Boba Fett era, Book of Boba Fett era stuff. But they've made changes before like this for like a couple sets, and it would be nice to have it accurately portrayed. But it has a lot of good printing and all that, so it's still a solid figure to get.
At least the jetpack, I think, comes in dark green, right?
I don't. I'm not sure.
I'm gonna
I
look
can
it
look it up. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm glad they didn't cheap out on the arm printing and
No,
in a
I
cheap
agree.
set
I'm-
like this because that's something they sometimes would do. But I think for
Mhm.
Boba Fett, it's very important to have the arm printing, and it looks good.
What's that? Cloud City Boba Fett? Gosh.
I've got a classic Boba Fett figure somewhere.
Dude, my cousin stole mine, like an old cousin of mine. I could never find it again. I was gonna buy one, and it's
No,
way
it
too
doesn't.
expensive.
It doesn't come in
It
dark
doesn't
green.
come in dark green.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, yeah. I'm looking at the colors now. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean they yeah. I hope they update it. I wonder like how many. I mean, I'm sure we're gonna get more Boba Fett's, but I don't know if we're gonna get a lot of in this style anymore. Just like, I mean, I don't know if there's gonna be a season 2 of Book of Boba Fett or if he's gonna be in Mandalorian.
He'll probably
more.
show up in Mandalorian.
Probably, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's a nice microfighter. I think it's one of the better ones.
It looks really nice. Yeah, they could
Yeah.
have because they could have just left the canopy open.
Yeah,
but they have it there as an option, which is really nice.
yeah.
I think we should move on to the next group of helmeted
Yes.
figures.
The next group of helmeted figures, which probably some people were very excited about. I mean, I'm very excited about this one too. Set number 75345, 501st Clone Troopers Battle Pack for $19.99, 119 pieces.
You had me there until the price per part ratio, pretty much.
I mean, it's a
the
battle
only-
pack. It's always
It's a battle pack, yeah. But I remember when these were like what, $10 to $15, and now
Yeah.
we're up we're up to 20.
Yep.
However, I do like the artillery, I think it is right, build. And the
Yeah.
4 clones
the-
are very nice.
Thing they used on Christoph's that kind
Yeah.
of turret from Clone Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard
I
some
think-
people complain that all of these are like specialized troopers.
I mean, didn't they already get like they already got like regular 501st troopers in the
Yeah.
other battle pack, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the other one wasn't really a battle pack.
Yeah.
I mean,
we
fair
can
enough.
we can talk about that for a bit. I think it's kind of. I wonder how like. I would love to know what the development history was there. If it was like because we all know there was a huge 501st battle pack movement. I guess
Mm-hmm.
we got the
Yeah. Go.
quote unquote 501st battle pack, which was actually what was it called, like 501st Legion something,
Yes. Let me look at
$30 set, which wasn't really a battle pack. I wonder if it was like
First Legion. Yeah.
how Lego thinks about this, if they like considered this the battle pack, and the other one was just like a set they kind of did anyway. I don't know. It's kind of a weird situation.
It is.
I feel like it would have been nicer if something like this came out first. But
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it would have been, but then people wouldn't have gone crazy for the initial one.
exactly.
So they would thinking that way. Obviously, benefits them to sell the other one first.
Yeah.
Have all those people ravenously buy like 100 of them, and then like, oh, here's a slightly cheaper option with just the figures and no extra fluff, pretty much.
Yeah.
But it's still kind of pricey.
Yeah.
I'm
I mean,
looking
they're
at
gonna
it.
make bank off of this regardless if people
I agree.
complain about it. It's
Probably.
501st, so
Yeah, the last one had 3 regular clones and 1 specialized, and this
One
one has
jetpack trooper.
Yeah.
This one has like 2 of them
One
are like
regular.
the artillery troopers, right? From
Yeah,
Battlefront 2.
yeah, and one's
Um,
the recon, and then one's just the standard trooper from the
Yeah.
looks of it. Which is, I think that's fine. If
Yeah, I
you
think
combine
that's
both,
fine
sets.
too.
You have
I-
4 regulars and then 4 specialized. of Some
Yeah.
type.
They also have like the new helmet mold with the where you can add the add-on pieces, of course, with the rangefinder and that new visor thing, which looks
Yep.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
And that we have that now. Did
This
you?
is the first set with it, right?
Did you? Yes, it is.
Perfect.
Did you guys
So,
hear about the quote-unquote controversy about the rangefinder? And
Isn't it that it doesn't line up properly or something, right?
So if you look at this main render of the picture, you can kind of see like that the antenna is below the hole it actually goes into on the picture.
oh,
And and like Star Wars fans were like, that's the position it is supposed to be if it's
Mhm.
like accurate to the source material, but of course that's not how it attaches on the piece. And there were like some people going like, "Oh, that's deceptive." They changed it for the picture to basically trick people. But I think Lego came out with a statement and said this just like, "Oh, it was a mistake. We didn't want to do that." I
But
think
it's like it's like that in every single picture I'm looking at now. It's
really.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's in that position in every picture, so I get why people would be a bit flustered by it.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it was kind of blown out of proportion.
Yeah, I think it is. I agree too.
I mean, of course, it's better if the marketing pictures are accurate, but I mean,
It would
I feel
help.
like everyone who cares to that extent knows how it works.
Was there any fanfare to this one being revealed like the last one, or is it just revealed and they called it a day?
I don't think
remember.
I don't think there was any like crazy promotion around it or anything like that.
Okay.
It was just revealed with the other sets. But yeah. I plan to pick at least like one of these up, probably just one of these. But I like it. It's a good battle pack.
I
it
would
looks
like.
solid.
I
I'm
would
still
like.
not used to $20 battle packs, but I guess that's what it is now.
I don't think we're ever gonna see a droid battle pack again, realistically at this
I
point,
mean-
because at this price range, it's like okay,
Why
they released.
not?
I mean, why not? True, but I also want. I don't know. It's. I think it'd be a difficult sell for $20 as well.
I mean, they could put in like 5 droids.
They could do like 5 or 6 droids, or like
I mean,
Yeah.
5 droids.
we only got
specialized.
one like separatist battle droid battle pack ever, and that one had like I think 4 battle droids and 3 super battle
Was that
droids,
the
right?
was that the Naboo one?
No, that was
the-
like the very first one.
Let me 1 second.
I mean, they could also do like 5 battle droids and like a one of the commander droids or something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The tactical droids.
Yeah, it had the little long vehicle and the step. It had 3 super
Yeah.
battle droids and 4. Okay,
Yeah.
I thought there was more.
Yeah, we haven't
really
seen
did.
super battle droids in a hot minute either.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I heard that a lot of people are having issues with the longevity of the molded arms for the super
Oh no,
battle
I've
droids.
always had
really?
issues with those. Yeah, whenever I
Yeah.
put them together, they just shattered like years
Yeah.
ago.
I've
So-
been seeing a lot of videos where the likely reason, just from speculation, that we've not seen any super battle droids in a hot minute is because of mold quality, and they've yet to revisit
Man,
the super battle droids.
the super
Yeah.
battle droids just
redo them.
can't catch a break, whether they're in minifigure
You know,
form or CCBS.
Rest in peace.
You joke, but like that CCBS form would have been like the most recent iteration of a super
Yeah.
battle droid if it had come
That's
out.
wild to think about.
But it didn't. So guess what? We're waiting longer.
Mhm.
I would like to see Droideka again. That could roll in a
Oh,
ball.
for sure.
mainly,
There was
because-
one in
I was
one of
so
the
mad.
magazines recently, I think.
Oh, I think you did mention that.
Can I find that?
forget. I want one in a set. I will buy a set for it. 'cause
I was
like them.
legitimately upset that we didn't get a CCBS Droideka.
Well, we had the
The
Technic
Technic one, but
right?
that was like in 1999 or
Yeah.
2000. or
Yeah,
something like that. It's
I
been
don't
really
count
long.
that. It's if it's older than a 2 decades, then I'm not going to count that.
Wow. Oh, that looks nice.
It's fine for a
It's
magazine
fine.
build.
For a magazine thing, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
It looks. Could be worse.
Could be worse. Could be better.
I think my favorite one is from what is it? I think it's from like 2007. I want to say
From the
Came with
MTT, the one.
Yeah, the one that uses like the car engine shell pieces
Yeah.
for its I think that one's my favorite iteration of it so far, but
That would be cool to
Yeah.
get another new one. I think my favorite iteration was one that came like in one of Naboo Starfighter. But yeah, they've been very different versions of Droidekas.
I mean, in general, it's just I think even in Hasbro, they don't make them for Star Wars. It's like very rare at this point. I don't know why.
I mean, it's also like the Droideka
It's a weird
is just
design.
like one design from the Phantom Menace. I mean, it's in other
It's
movies too.
It's
but
in other
yeah.
movies, but it's not like
It's not that
major.
prominent that you do one every year.
true. I would
Yeah.
like
It
one
might be-
every half decade or decade. You know.
it might be a
Nice.
fan favorite design, but it's ultimately a rarity because
Yeah.
they're not common.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There's this
Maybe
mock that I
someday.
just found right here, and I actually really like this one.
I think it
Oh
takes,
yeah,
like,
that
the
looks
best,
really cool. Cool mock.
Mhm.
Can it roll in a
Probably a
ball?
bit too fragile for a set, maybe. in
Yeah.
some
Oh, for sure,
places,
but-
yeah, looks good.
Mhm.
Speaking of things we haven't gotten for a very long time, though,
Oh, that's true.
our next set is set number 75347, the TIE Bomber. Goes for $64.99 for 625 pieces. This is like the first minifigure scale TIE Bomber since like the TIE fighters were still blue.
Yep.
That is insane.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a bit crazy, honestly. I looked up TIE Bomber on the Lego website and it gave me the Manta Ray Bomber. The Ninjago movie. Why is that still on here? Anyway, sorry.
I'm gonna throw up the old TIE Bomber on screen real
Yeah,
quick
you should.
because it's such a wild comparison. I posted it here too. It's kind of weird how many TIE fighters and stuff we've gotten, but we've
Mhm.
only ever had like one minifigure scale TIE Bomber. I
Mhm.
remember
It's
a lot of
crazy to
people
me.
bringing that up when the Lego Ideas fan vote happened for the UCS set. because the TIE Bomber also was an option on there, but it lost.
Yeah.
But I
mean,
think having a
what to
minifigure
expect.
scale one is probably better than having a UCS.
Yeah, UCS ships in general, like it's kind of like okay, you're gonna get your favorite ship design, and are you gonna buy another one? Probably not.
No, I don't think people buy them in bulk. But I also
mean,
thought
unless
that,
it's set piece
like,
ones.
have they done any like TIE fighters in UCS in recent years? They've done the very old TIE fighter one, right? But
yeah, I'm thinking of the old one. UCS. I'll look into it.
I don't know about UCS, but I know that there was like a real largely sized one that was somewhat recent.
oh yeah, there is a UCS TIE fighter from
it was around the
2015.
same.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I forgot about that.
Oh, that was only 2015. Oh wow, I thought that was older. Oh, I feel old.
Man, the theme that shall not be named was around back then.
And there was one in 2009. It was a TIE
Nexonites.
Advanced. Yeah. UCS Yoda.
Bro.
I want to post the guy posted in the chat.
I remember seeing that thing and just, what are they doing? What are they
Great.
doing?
It's a masterpiece. What do you mean?
I would
Don't
smash it
insult
with a hammer.
But for this TIE fighter, I think they captured it pretty well.
I think they did. I agree.
I've seen some like criticism about how the cockpit is like attached, because it's like can't really look out of it that well as the minifigures and stuff. But I think it looks fine, and I mean,
I don't.
some...
I mean, are people really gonna pay attention to that when you put this on
I
a
guess,
wall?
I guess some people are.
It's hard to look into there in the first place. I'm gonna be completely honest, as somebody who's owned TIE fighters before. Like the
I've
old
never
canopy
heard
piece.
that as a complaint for a TIE fighter before. Like I think of Kylo Ren's TIE fighter, for example, for the sequel trilogy, and everyone was talking about how cool the cockpit looked when it's literally just like 1x2 translucent red tiles over a black 2x4. You literally can't see through that in the slightest.
I think it's fine.
So. It's fine.
That's something I've heard.
People like complaining. That's the thing. That's honestly.
I mean,
it's also for the 40th of Return of the Jedi, which is nice.
Yeah.
Did not notice that.
Wait, it's for the 40th of Return of the Jedi.
It says it on the box.
But isn't the TIE Bomber from Empire Strikes Back?
Shut up. Shut up. I mean, okay. Let's
was it even in Return of the Jedi?
Let me look this up.
Oh no.
Because now you bring up a good point. Come on.
I mean, I'm sure there was a TIE
Bomber. It's probably like in the background
of the Jedi, but it's like more famous for being in Empire Strikes Back, right?
Yeah.
I am not as versed in my Star Wars ships knowledge, so I would not be able to tell you.
Okay, this website is really annoying to go through. Galaxy's Edge 2.
Okay. Galaxy's Edge 2.
That's the park. Okay, I'm sorry. Let's move on. I'm sorry.
Yeah. It has a little like bomb feature, which is kind of cool. It shoots flick fire missiles like downwards, which I think is funny. It kind of looks a bit weird because of that feature from up top, because you can like see them, those bars. But this is very much a playset, I think. It also has like new stud shooters.
Okay, it was in Return of the Jedi. I just found it.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
It has a gonk droid, therefore it is the best set ever.
But it's not the old
are actually really interesting, I think.
Yeah.
Because we have the gonk droid, which I think it's just a cool gonk droid. It's a nice design. We have the bomber pilot, of course. And the Darth Vader's good. The very nice Darth Vader minifigure.
The new one.
Yeah. But the last minifigure was a surprise to many, which it's Vice Admiral Sloane, which is a very like niche character, I guess.
You mean is it pronounced Sloane?
It might
probably.
be slow.
Probably. I don't know. Apparently she
I've never
appears
heard
in
of her
Star
character.
Wars Squadrons briefly, and she's in some books and comics. But I think it's cool when they do like niche stuff like that.
I agree.
Yeah.
Except like it's cooler than having like random Imperial officer without any name. Just do something niche from a comic. Like, why not? It's cool. Some people will be happy about it. Other people,
especially because
because
it doesn't take like any effort to do that either.
I mean,
Yeah.
they
Just
might
go
need
off of their
like
base description, and then like for the most part, all of their minifig pieces are going to exist already. Like,
Yeah, they're
it depends on the
interchangeable usually.
character, of course.
That's
But
true.
yeah,
well, sure, but if it's just a one-off human character like this, it's easy to throw that in there. You just take a minifigure face and put it on an Imperial uniform and call it a day.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think that's
I like the helmet on the TIE bomber pilot.
yeah.
I've always loved that helmet. I don't know why.
Does that
Speaking of-
Raider have arm print?
Yes.
That's good.
It's like very hard to tell in the picture, but it seems to be yes.
I didn't know Darth Vader could have arm printing.
No,
I've never seen a figure with arm printing that.
No, some of
in
them
person
had
anyway.
in recent years.
Yeah, it's been coming
but
more
not
common.
not all of them.
Yeah.
So it's always interesting to check. Yeah.
Speaking of cool helmets, I think we should.
Speaking
talk
of
about...
cool helmets, wow, the segues today are.
We're getting there.
We haven't gotten in a long time.
Exactly.
So the cool helmet we're gonna talk about first is set number 75349, Captain Rex helmet for $69.99, 854 pieces. Comes out March 1st.
It is Captain Rex.
It is
It's a
Captain Rex
helmet build.
helmet. I mean, I think it turned out really well. It's
Mhm.
very recognizable. It looks great. People want it. Clone Troopers. So
Can
now
we
have
talk about
Clone
that
Troopers.
the weird reveal? How they put up a trailer and
The
took it
video?
down? Yeah, and then we just didn't know what happened. Like, didn't
I
say
have no
anything.
idea why they took it down and re-uploaded it, but
It was
also,
really weird.
it's a really fun video though. It is. I liked it a lot. It was funny.
I agree.
The joke at the end was good.
Yeah, it was.
I mean,
good.
it's a perfect ad for the target demographic, I think.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know why they took it down. I'm also very confused because they're marketing this as 20 years of Clone Wars, but it's like 20 years of the 2003 series, right? Because like the other Clone Wars everyone knows came out in 2007 or 8, right? I think 7.
Yeah. What?
Or, no, 8.
8.
2008, I think.
Yeah. I think if it was for the 20th, I mean, I get they chose these two characters, but I would have liked to see
because it's
Fordo's
like
helmet.
Yeah, if it's 20 years of Clone Wars, but it's not the Clone Wars everyone knows, why pick Cody and Rex, which are like...
Yeah.
I mean, Cody's in the other one, I think.
Cody, I think, is... I might buy Cody for my friend and then rework it to look like Fordo from the show.
So
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
I would have loved if you could take Cody and Rex and they'd added the pieces to make them into like standard phase 1 phase 2 helmets.
I think that would have been a big benefit.
Yeah. But
like at least have phase 1 and phase 2 and then make these later, and that would have made more sense as a 20th anniversary set.
But I get it, like Cody and Rex are the most popular Clone Troopers, probably. I mean, Rex most likely.
Rex for sure.
Yeah. And I get they want to have a phase 1 and a phase 2. I mean, I should probably read Cody's real quick because we're probably gonna talk about them like
we can talk about
interchangeably.
Yeah. I agree.
Set number 75350, Clone Commander Cody's helmet, same price, 766 pieces. They did Cody in phase 1, Rex in phase 2. Yeah, I think it would have been really nice if they could just gave you the option to build like standard helmets. But both of them are like very well priced already, like price per piece wise. So I get why they didn't want to add even more pieces because usually all of these helmets have the same price. So
yeah,
I'm not too surprised.
I think Cody's is obviously easier to convert into a phase 1 Rex a bit more difficult because,
Yeah.
he's just a bit
The
different.
Rex's
designs are, like,
helmet.
printed into the or like built into the helmet really heavily.
Yeah. Rex's helmet is differently than a standard phase 2 helmet anyway. But
because he like cuts chunks off of it and all that. I really like Cody's helmet. I am not too much of a fan myself of Clone Wars. I'm a big fan of the old Clone Wars of 2003. So I'm glad that we got a phase 1 helmet mainly.
I'm a Clone Wars kid. I grew up with Clone Wars. I love Clone Wars. I'm happy they made those two.
Yeah.
I don't really collect the helmets. I probably won't get these, but I'm glad they exist.
Yeah. I love Rex. I love Clone Wars. Rex in it is like one of my favorite characters. And I really hope this is like, this is a sign for things to come. Specifically a new Captain Rex minifigure that's not $150.
Yeah, like Lego's about to execute Order 66 on Rex's Brickling price.
Yeah. Yes.
I really hope they will, because
especially
it's getting out of hand.
Especially with like Rex's like current involvement in things. Like he's like he's made kind of a resurgence in like the Bad Batch and season 7 of the Clone Wars and all that stuff. So like I can imagine like he's relevant again, I guess.
Watch them make a Bad Batch set with Rex, but he comes without like his helmet and armor.
Dude,
it's just like a figure, like a cloaked figure with just like a clone.
Clone head.
Yeah.
I am, speaking of like just clones in general, I am surprised at how much old like Commander minifigures go for. Because I have Rex, Cody, and another one from old sets. And I'm just like, people are paying $40 for phase 1 Cody. I'm like, what the heck?
It makes me wish I still had mine.
I have phase 1 Cody.
I have Cody, Rex, and not Fordo. The red one, red and blue guy.
But I also think like with the new helmet mold, they can do the antenna on the phase 2 helmet, so I think like a Rex minifigure is very much possible now.
I agree.
Yeah.
So I think this might be a sign for what's to come, but I mean, might be hopeful thinking.
You're gonna do 501st sets and not have your captain? I mean, look what's going on.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
When is the last time we've seen the phase 1 minifigure helmet, by the way?
I mean, it's currently on shelves with the the minifigure pack, the episode 2.
Oh, okay, you're right. I forgot. You're right.
Yeah, so you can get phase 1 helmets.
Cool. I want to get more of those. I love them.
What I will say about these helmets, and I think like I've said this before when we talked about these, and I feel like the Rex one is a specifically bad one in that case, is the stickers. I don't like that they use stickers. These are like display collectibles, and stickers will peel off over time. It would be very nice to print, especially for something like this. Yeah.
Yeah, if I'm going out of my way
a lot
to
of
pay
stickers.
If I'm going out of my way to pay this much money for a collectible, then I would definitely rather it be printed. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I only own the Boba helmet, and it's nice. I have it on my shelf.
Hey, so do I. I have the Darth Vader helmet too.
Oh, nice. I think we should move on to the other helmet, which I don't know if...
One more helmet. Set number 75351, Princess Leia Boushh helmet.
Boushh?
Boushh.
This one I heard is a Target exclusive in the US.
Would not surprise me.
It's $69.99 as well. 670 pieces. Comes out March 1st. I really like this one.
I think it looks good.
Yeah, I think this one like is extremely well translated from the source material. I don't think this one has stickers.
It doesn't look like it.
Yeah, and I mean, it's a great job. I like the way they did like the mouth construction.
I think it translated
cool
very well.
angles. I like this one a lot.
It's also for the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi. So
Yeah, this
There you
one
go.
actually from the movie. No.
Yeah. So they translated the design very well, and I'm impressed by that. Like
Yeah.
overall,
Yeah.
price to part ratio is pretty good too. Oh no, actually, never mind. I take that back. I thought it was 60, 70.
Oh, it's not bad.
It's not
It's
bad,
fine.
yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I think it's a good translation of the design. I feel like it's also the only way Princess Leia would get a helmet type
Helmet,
thing from
yeah.
this line. Yeah, it's like what else would they do? The hair, just like
Brickheadz Frodo.
But overall, I think this is a very good translation of a design. I'm just impressed
Yeah.
by it.
I think this one is probably a bit more niche.
I agree.
I mean,
Yeah.
I say that, but it's still like from the original trilogy, and the other ones are from
Yeah.
Clone Wars. But that's probably
Mhm.
still why it's a Target exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
They have a target demographic. I'm so
Have-
funny.
Have they done anything from the sequel trilogy in the helmet line?
I don't think so.
I think it's only been OT and prequels then.
They have
and-
Luke's helmet, which appeared in the sequels, but yeah, I don't
mean,
think they've.
And they have
I mean,
Mando.
Mando,
technically-
yeah,
yeah,
Mando is
it's
technically
super-
sequel, but
Technically,
but it's not the
headway there.
sequel trilogy. Yeah,
Yeah, it's in that
they,
gray
they
area.
should do a Kylo Ren helmet.
I think Kylo Ren would be very good.
Kylo Ren's helmet is iconic enough to have a set. I'm sure there's some other stuff that would be cool. First Order
Mhm.
Stormtrooper, maybe.
Mhm.
Yeah, well, I would
Phasma.
prefer having.
They
I'd
do-
rather have.
They did like a mini bust for the Sith Trooper, right?
They
do s-
did. I don't remember when that came out, but I know which one you're talking about. But I would
Yeah.
prefer them to do a Phase 1 plain clone before they do,
Sith Troopers.
you know,
Or
any like
Phase-
First Order.
Hmm.
Yeah, like First
I would
Order.
love, I would love it if they did like a B1 battle droid or
A
something.
Phasma.
Oh.
They could do Phasma.
Yeah,
That
I
one,
was just saying.
Jar Jar Binks' head.
Jar Jar Binks.
Misa,
Just-
so sorry, sir.
I mean, I'm always impressed by how these helmets look. Usually,
Yeah.
they translate the designs pretty well, and I'd like to see more. But I'd also like to see
Ooh.
droid heads.
Do a Darth
Yeah.
Revan mask Lego. Do
That'd be
it,
cool.
They might.
cowards. No, I
When
don't
does that
think
game
so.
come out? By the way, when does
Yes, it's in development. Eternal
yes.
Loop. So we
Maybe
we
when
don't
that
know.
comes out.
Yeah,
maybe.
in like 2030. No. Yeah, that would be cool. I don't think
Darth
so though.
Revan, more like Darth Deadman. Got him.
They should let us vote for the next helmet. But also,
That would be
speaking of
cool.
votes, we should move on to the last thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I
Leo's
think-
got all the good transitions today.
This is the best way to do it. Because now we're gonna keep talking about helmets.
Okay. We also got the Lego Ideas results earlier this week. It was quite the big round. I think it was 51
Yeah.
entries. And we got 2 winners. For the Bionicle fans, sadly, the Great Spirit Robot got rejected. And for the Ninjago fans, the Ed and Edna's Junkyard got rejected. I think a lot of people
it's
really
the-
like the Krusty Krab and the Garfield set
Yeah.
too, which also both got rejected.
Well, I'll speak of that in a little bit.
But
Well, let's-
the 2 winners are, the first one is Nightmare Before Christmas, and the second one is the like a UK British phone box.
I like the Nightmare Before Christmas one a lot.
Yeah, that one looks great.
But I am annoyed that that Ratatouille got rejected twice.
Yeah,
And we have
Ratatouille
to-
got rejected like for the 3rd time now, right?
I think so, and it's
that's
one of those
like-
like.
That's really sad.
Oh yeah, it's there!
honestly.
It's there! No, I didn't even realize it was there.
Yeah, it wasn't this round again.
Oh, it's painful.
And it's like, Ratatouille was in the same round when my Lego Ideas project was in
Yeah,
there,
no.
and the creator like they got back to it like right after and re-uploaded it, which
Mhm.
I think is like, I I'd be very happy if they picked that because they seem to be so dedicated to pushing Ratatouille through.
I 100%. I would buy 2 sets. Okay, I love that.
Anyone can cook.
But looking at the ideas, results, and all that, they did have the Great Wave set in this as well, which I'm not sure if people had an issue with that, as we just got the Great Wave.
Yeah, I
Art
didn't really hear any outcry. Like
I didn't hear as
anything,
much. Yeah, like last time.
like when the Ghostbuster thing happened or anything like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's always a bad situation for the creator.
I agree.
I don't think there's like any ill intent there or like stealing of ideas. Like we'll probably have that in the works for a long time, but still like a sad situation for the creator.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah. The SpongeBob one, I don't know who has the license for it right now for a building theme.
I saw that there's like a competitor brand who does SpongeBob stuff.
So that would explain why it did not make it through, probably.
But that's a really like the ideas project for the SpongeBob Krusty Krab is such a good build.
It is a really good build.
Yeah.
Is that Terraria? Yeah, it's Terraria. it's a lot of things with Lego ideas though. It's been falling into the IP trap, kind of. I don't know if I want to call it that, but it's a lot of IPs
I feel like the last rounds were pretty good though. Like, I think the last round, what were the winners? The Polaroid, which is kind of an IP, I guess.
It is technically an IP.
The Lego Insects. And
which is cool.
What else was it? There was something else. There were 3 winners, I think.
Yeah, I don't remember the third one.
Oh yeah, it's the little like the space diorama thingies.
Yeah, all displays. Okay, yeah, I remember.
Yeah. But with this one, it's 1 license, 1 non-license. So I don't think it's as bad as people often make it out to be.
I agree.
But yeah, a lot of them are still licenses.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I don't really have any particular like interest in these 2 sets. Like, Nightmare Before Christmas is cool, but I'm not really like nostalgic for it.
Yeah,
and I'm not British, so
I know a lot of people who are very excited for Nightmare Before Christmas. I think Meso is also very excited for that one.
Obviously,
yeah.
So I think that one's a good choice. I don't think that's gonna be a problem to sell that to people.
I agree.
The phone box, I'm a bit more like.
I'm a bit
are there
more
really
confused.
That many people who will care about this?
I mean,
I honestly don't understand it sometimes. Like, who is the demographic of voters going through some of these to vote for some of these things? Like, I understand that people can go through and look at these, oh, that'd be a cool build or whatever. But between random things we've gotten, like the typewriter, like a phone box, like I understand that they're cool builds, but they're large and expensive ideas sets that get produced, and realistically, how well do those sell?
I mean, I think I don't think the typewriter is selling bad or anything like that. It has a cool function and stuff too. I think it's like the adult collectors. It's just like we're probably not the target demographic. It's probably some people that are a bit older than we are. But I'm sure the Lego market research team kind of knows what they're doing.
I'm sure. Like they're obviously making company profit, but I don't know. Some of the things that'll make it through sometimes just have me scratching my head, like, huh?
Toby Echozab in YouTube chat says, I can see the phone box being in the Leicester Square store for just years. I think, I mean, I feel like this one's gonna probably go very well in the UK. I just don't know if it's like gonna be crazy in other countries. But it would be smart for them if they like, for example, kept it around longer regionally or something like that. I don't know if they'd ever do that, but yeah.
It's in one of those weird gray areas. Like we don't know what will happen with this.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure I think they have a plan.
Yeah.
I think the main problem with Lego ideas nowadays is that there's so many sets that go through in one round, like 51 sets, and they pick 2, which means like so many people are basically disappointed.
I remember coming up with this idea a while ago where like they had different they have different categories, and I thought like one of them would be like they have 3 different categories. They have one that's licensed, one that's non-licensed, and one that's kind of like a more of a like a statue or like an like the typewriter or like the maze, or not
Yeah.
the maze, the
Yeah,
little
yeah.
like ball machine kind of thing. Like
Yeah.
ones that are like just recreations of
Yeah,
just regular
recreation.
items,
Yeah.
and then they'll have like possibly a license set, and then they have like a non-licensed set, and instead of just kind of picking like one
Yeah.
or two sets out of 50.
We also have to keep in mind that licenses, they might get through, and then Lego is like, before they reveal the results, probably reach out to, can we use this? They might get a no.
Did you
Yeah.
hear about the weird thing about the? I only know the German name because I think it's a movie that is from Germany. The Never-Ending Story.
Yes.
Did you hear
Oh.
about what happened with that? With the Lego
No.
Ideas project?
I did
So
not.
they took it out before the review because there's currently like a dispute going on about who's the license holder of that
Oh,
IP.
okay.
And so they had to
Really?
take it out because they couldn't make a decision on it. It was a very weird situation that has never really happened with Lego Ideas before.
Okay.
So I assume it's a lot more complicated than we as fans often would think.
Here it says it was removed due to a copyright takedown request from the license holder.
Yeah, and
So
from what
it's-
I've read, there's currently it's unsure who actually is the license holder right now of that IP.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's a whole
makes-
ordeal.
That is crazy, actually.
That is insane, actually.
Yeah. From what it seems like, I don't know, did you guys watch the Lego Ideas the announcement video?
Did I this time? I don't think I did this time.
I did
Because
not
they
know.
they showed what projects are currently in the works from the Lego
Mhm.
Ideas team. And it's like the Viking Village, which won the Target Lego Ideas vote
Yeah.
thingy.
Mhm.
The
Mhm.
Dungeons and Dragons one, which won
Okay.
that contest. The what's the name? There's the green train. It's
The Orient Express one?
I don't know if it's the Orient Express, but
Is
it's like a
it? Or is
train.
it a-
There's
Let
the
me look it
BTS Dynamite set, the Lego Insects, the Hocus Pocus,
up.
the Family Tree thing, which was also a Lego Ideas contest thing,
Mhm.
the Tales of the Space Age, and the Polaroid. So there's so many sets kind of in backlog right now,
Yeah.
or they're
It
working
is,
on.
it is the
I-
Orient Express, by the way. I
Okay.
found it.
Good. Yeah. I kind of they also I feel like it's just there's too much for the Lego Ideas team. There's 52
I mean, they do-
sets in this review round, and they also have all the contests, and then they can
Yeah.
only pick 2, and it ends up with so many people not getting what they voted for. Kind of
Yeah.
a bad situation all around in
Yeah.
a way.
It's
It's kind of wild, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, how many reviews is it per year? 3 or 2?
I think it's 3
Okay.
usually.
And if every round 2 to 3 come out, Okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of Lego Ideas, actually, I had to pursue finding the Sesame Street set before I got retired. Because I just remember it's I forgot where I read it. Oh, it's getting retired. I'm like, oh, I gotta go find one. The Lego store didn't have any. Lego shop at home didn't have any, and I just went to a random Target nearby my neighborhood, and they happened to have 5, so I just bought one. Because I really
Nice.
want a Cookie Monster.
Did you build
That was
it?
a while ago. Not yet, no. But I will build it eventually because I got all the Muppet CMFs, and I want to, have them as well.
Yeah.
Funny puppet. Well, yeah, I think does that wrap it up? I think we've
Yeah, I
talked
think
our
that
fair share about
covers
everything.
everything we had planned for today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully, there's no
Any-
reveals when we go to bed.
Nah, I
They
mean,
don't reveal another wave of Star Wars or
Breaking news. This just in.
another
actually.
Lego City wave.
I don't think there's gonna be another Lego City Wave. anytime
I don't
soon,
think so
but
either.
I don't know when we're gonna get official Somerset reveals.
Neither do I.
There have been some stuff recently that today something Ninjago
Mhm.
came out which Lego officially posted, but I don't think that was planned.
I don't think it was planned either. I agree.
No, so I don't know how far we are away from Somerset reveals, but
Neither do I.
Mhm.
we will see. But yeah. All right. Anyone, any final thoughts on today's sets? Anything you want to say? Or should I
Frodo's hairline.
Frodo's hairline. Yeah.
Frodo's hairline. Yeah.
We need hashtag justice for Frodo's hairline or something.
Yep.
Oh.
I agree.
All right.
Man.
Could have given a printed tile.
Just draw it on with Sharpie.
I mean, they could have
Literally just make it like a
4, right? Like in the
yeah,
same
a
floor as the
1x4.
they did him dirty, man. Poor guy.
Elijah Wood's forehead is not that big, man.
Yeah. It's metaphorical for him turning into Gollum.
Oh no.
That's cruel.
Oh man.
All right. I
Yeah.
think that's it.
But I think with that,
Yeah.
I'm gonna end it for today's podcast. So thank you all so much for joining in today. I hope you had a fun time. And I hope you'll listen again to BrickFeed next time, probably in 2 weeks again. So thank you all for watching. I've been your host, Sokoda.
I'm Starbreaker.
Leo.
I'm Josh.
And thank you once again.